and welcome to another video. I actually really missed sitting in this place and chatting to you guys. It's been so long since, I believe, spring 2020 that I haven't filmed anything from exact this spot with sort of like wet hair, no makeup, talking to you. I remember at the beginning of the first lockdown I even did like daily vlogs, and that was so nice, and I'm kind of happy that I can be here and film this video with you guys. Well, first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about all of this, wet hair, no makeup, so I'm gonna start from the scratch and get ready with you. But also I wanted to fill you in on so many things that have been happening, and kind of not in a way that I usually do by talking about everything that comes to my mind, but in a way that I'm actually answering your questions. So I asked you on my Instagram to ask me stuff, and honestly, since I haven't done this for so long, this is really extensive and it keeps loading and loading and loading, and every time I think it's come to an end, more questions pop out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and respond to as many questions on here, but I'm also gonna show you how I get ready from out of shower to, you know, somewhat presentable. And yeah, that will be it. In case you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to do so, and then let's start. Okay, I don't like to keep my hair wet for a long time after I come out of shower, so I'm gonna dry it in a second, but before that I just want to talk about my skin, because it's been a big topic on my channel lately, and I think I did mention it to you guys because I've never actually had skin concerns. I'm a 32-year-old woman. I've never really had issues with my skin before until this year. We all know that I had a very stressful situation in July. It was something that I didn't think it affected me that badly on so many ways, mentally at least, and I feel that I've kind of I'm healing really well. But actually, when I was in Cannes for the film festival, so 3 weeks after everything had happened, I really realized that my skin has suffered a lot. All of a sudden, for the first time in my life, I got really bad spots here, and it was so bad that it really affected my confidence, because I think spots and problems with skin are never really something nice to have, but when it happens for the first time in your life, and you guys know me, I mean, I've vlogged so much, you know, I always go around without makeup, I'm so comfortable without makeup, but for the first time ever I felt really not comfortable because it was something new and I didn't know how to deal with it. So obviously I saw a doctor, and I actually remember very well telling you in July that ever since that thing happened, for like 3 or 4 weeks I realized I haven't used any skincare products because I was so stressed and I was like overwhelmed with so many things that were happening in my life and sorting out different life situations that I forgot about my beauty routine. I forgot about my skincare. I forgot to look after myself, which is not good, but I suppose it happens to people when they go through things in life, and my skin was really bad, at least I thought. So while I'm doing my skincare, I'm also going to give you many updates on my life, and some of these questions were like, I call them burning questions because they keep repeating so much. I like to pinch also, by the way, because so to tell you the truth, also regarding the skin situation, I'll show you where the skin is problematic. Can you see this? It's healing. It is healing, but it was so bad, and it's been like drastically improving in the last 10 days, but it was at one point this was all swollen and inflamed and angry, and I'm so happy that I found something that works and is giving me glow. I can notice that my glow is coming back, and I always have glow here. You guys know how glow is important to me. Like, I love to have that whole, you know, whole thing. Now let's find something that is interesting. Okay, the first question is really nice, and I feel like it's a positive way to start this Q&A. How are you doing, feeling? Love your energy and how positive you are. Well, thank you, first of all. This is something that I always love to hear. I think, well, mental well-being is the most important thing to me. Stability, and in fact, feeling happy chronically. I've got the moisturizer on my fingers. I redistributed across the 4 here. So what I think when it comes to energy is that in life we have 2 choices. This is a super cliche, and I'm sure you've seen and heard this many times before. But in life we have two choices: to look at the worst that life offers us, or to look at the best. I mean, every single day we can find something great. Every single day we can find something great. Like someone that tries to help us, someone that smiles at us on the street, someone that offers us help, beautiful weather, food on the table, I don't know, like a happy dog you came across, like I did the other day at Farm Girl Cafe, seeing old friends, making up with people that maybe you kind of lost connection. All of those things for me are beautiful things that make my everyday special. And sometimes terrible things happen and they create a bit of mess in our life, which happened to me, we all know. But honestly, it is so important to have balance and to have that Zen feeling back. How am I feeling? I think I have improved so much in how I am. I'm feeling much better. I feel that I'm getting back at my life. I'm even moisturizing, I mean, guys. I feel like I'm getting my skin back. I feel like I'm getting my happiness back. I'm much less thinking about bad things that have happened to me, and I have moved on. What has really helped me is listening to all of those like positive, inspiring stories, talking to my friends, talking to people, spirituality, and the fact that, again, I'm focusing on all the positive things instead of focusing on the negative things. So thank you very much for a beautiful comment about energy. It's very important to me, and I really try to make you guys proud because that's very important to me. Have you found the Milan flat? I have actually updated you on this one, but I'm getting a lot of kind of questions that I've already spoken about before in my recent videos, and I think that's because either you guys don't watch every single video, or perhaps you just like don't really, maybe we don't really, I don't know, get each other on these things. We found the Milan flat quite a long time ago. I would say like 2-3 months ago actually. And I remember I said that we found it because it was a process. It was very hard to find it. So yeah, so we did find the Milan apartment, and the thing is that actually finding an apartment doesn't mean that all of your problems are fine, because there's still the whole of a move. And I don't know about you guys, but for me moving is very stressful, not just because I have so many things, but also because I feel like I lead such a kind of busy lifestyle. That's how I love it. That's what I choose to do and have. And when you have to think about all of these things like electricity setup, internet setup, packing, unpacking, transferring things, where are the cables, where are the chargers, where are the shoes, where are the coats, you know, I don't know, where are the sunglasses, accessories, where are all of these things in different boxes, and things get very hectic, crazy and busy. It's just a lot of things. In our Milan apartment at the moment, windows and doors are getting changed. We're setting up like all of this crazy security stuff. We cannot move in yet because the apartment's not ready, and there's still gonna be some time until everything is ready. So at the moment we are living in the hotel, but there's just no other way until we can move into the Milan apartment. I will be living, this is like a super popular question, I will be calling it my home, despite the fact that I'm also searching for a London apartment. But that's nothing strange for me, for the way that I grew up and the way I am as a person. I like to have few bases. I've always been that way since a child, and I think that's how it's gonna stay for now. So yeah, October will be very much flat heavy on the content, I think. As soon as Fashion Month is over. Fingers crossed that everything's ready, because I mean, we're talking about Italy, and love to all of my Italians. You guys know how much I love you, but let's just hope Italians do stick with their deadlines. My skin feels incredible now. Actually, when it's moisturized, because all the circulation comes, you can see a little bit better the problematic area, but really it's getting much better, I would say. Now, while I wait for my skincare to like perfectly sink in, because I have time now, I'm gonna fully dry my hair. As always, I'm just using my supersonic. I'm obsessed with this device. It's like, of course I'm gonna have one of these in Milan, in London, and in here. I always have to have one of these, because honestly, for me personally, I have never come across a hair dryer as this one. And since obviously, even though this is like a really quiet one, I still want you guys to be able to hear me talk without any noises. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly dry my hair, and then we're gonna continue with the Q&A section of the video. Okay, so the hair is dry. Oh, it's like, you know, not styled, but we're getting there. And the skin feels so great, so comfortable, moisturized, nourished, and that's something to say thank you to Noble Panacea. I literally took like 5 minutes, not even, to dry my hair, which I'm so also grateful for, because if, you know, the hair needs forever to dry, that's a no-go for me. Robbery update. This is a very tough question. The reason why it's tough is because it actually, I can't really talk much about it. I've also said this before. I can't really talk much about it because even you guys told me, you know what, if you actually want to get somewhere with this investigation, you can't actually talk about robbery online because it's likely the robbers are watching the videos. I mean, what you have to know is that no, we haven't caught them. There's also a question being like, did the insurance help you with the robbery? Did they catch anyone? The insurance, like, there's nothing with the insurance. Many of you assumed that I got paid out the insurance. That's not the case. Also, they don't actually deal with the robbers. They don't actually catch people and stuff like that. So yeah, that's, if I would have to talk about like why I didn't get paid out the insurance, I would have to explain also the details about the robbery, and I would so love to share them, and I hope that one day I will be able to give like a lot more information, but unfortunately it's not that day yet. When we get to that day, and I cannot wait, trust me, I will tell you everything, literally everything. So yeah, we just have to go with it. I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in medium or ginger, and what I do right now for the eye lift look, I just apply here and here like this. I can see my skin is a little bit, tiny little bit blushed because of the circulation, since I was doing like a whole, you know. I'm gonna be using the Dior Forever Matte Foundation as well. Now, I'm not as tan actually anymore. I think my tan is slowly but surely fading away. So the shade that I'm using is 2N. And I'm only gonna apply a tiny little bit of this, not too much, because I like to have a very natural coverage. So you will see that soon. That's the question regarding that, but what many of you are wondering, if I got paid out the insurance, no, and if we have closed with who the robbers are, no. Do I suspect someone? You know what? That's not my job to like make assumptions, and I also think it would be such a bad sin to like assume it's somebody or accuse someone without actually having any, you know, just to, you know what I mean? Like, I would hate to do anything like that, so 100% no. What treatments have you done on your face? You look so pretty. Well, honestly, lately I haven't done any treatments because my skin's been so bad, like I said at the beginning of the video. For the general treatments, like I think I had one facial, I reported it to you guys, and that was it. That's when I tried to kind of understand that I need to get my skin back at its best because it was really bad, but that's about it. And for the video about all the things that I generally get done on my face, you can find that video somewhere here. So yeah, now I'm doing like my kind of everyday very easy makeup, not too much but just enough to feel great, and I'm gonna use my favorite bronzer, which is the Laguna. This is like a mini tiny little one. I love it. That's it. That's all I can tell you, and I cannot find any face brushes. Why is that now? I usually apply like this, and you will see the further. How does it feel like to be an independent woman? That's a very interesting question. I have to say the independency and being independent in general is for me my most important thing. And I always say, like, one day if I have a daughter, the first thing I will teach her is to be independent. And it's something that both my parents, but I would say specifically my mother, has been telling me my whole life, that the most important thing is the independence for a woman. Like, you need to kind of have your own money, your own thing. Of course, each to their own, not everybody likes the same thing, but being a woman and being an independent woman is for me very important. Now with Laguna, I'm gonna show you, like, it gives a really nice kind of slight contouring, bronzy glow, but it's really not too much, so really like it. All the products I mentioned will be linked below. I'm gonna be using this Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo for the first time ever, and I actually am gonna use the same brush because I want to blend it all in together. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna be using this for the first time ever because I saw it on a friend the other day and I was like, what is that? And she said it's this. So, oh my god, this looks insane. I love it when it's like pinky but really glowy, and the shade is Incandescent. It's so good. It's beyond new favorite blush, and actually the color is perfect for autumn too. So that's it. Shall we get to the eyes? Okay, how are you doing, Tamara, and your new piercing? How's the healing process? Thank you for asking. I already answered how I am. I'm feeling great. You know, the new piercing is actually amazing. It's healing so well. You shouldn't really touch it, but it's really healed so fast and so well that I sleep on this ear. I have my earpods in. I actually heal very, very fast in general. My body is like, I don't know, but my body really heals so fast. And I'm so grateful to it, and I never take it for granted. Like every morning when I wake up, I always thank the universe for this body because, yeah, no issues, and I hope it's gonna stay that way. If Chanel or Hermes didn't exist, what would be your top handbag? Oh, you didn't say Dior, so let's say it would be Lady Dior Light. I love, especially the blue one that I shot recently. I'll insert the picture here. I love that bag. Is Max Mara Teddy your favorite winter coat? If not, which ones are? Oh, favorite coat is a tough question, and you know why? It's very hard to respond to what my favorite coat is because every season that gets like tends to change. I honestly am someone that doesn't have just one favorite coat. I do love the Max Mara Teddy very, very much. I think it's an incredible, incredible coat. It's one of those that never really go out of fashion. It's super warm, it's very cozy, comfy, and whatnot. Now the eye palette we'll be using is the Marc Jacobs Fantasine. It's like very pretty neutral colors. Don't know if you can see, but that's what it is. You're the epitome of a strong, smart, resilient, and ambitious woman. Thank you so much. You know, obviously different people gonna perceive you differently, and that's absolutely fine. Some people gonna think you're horrible, some people think you're amazing, and so on and so on. And what I think is really nice is also to see that, and to see that there are so many people that kind of understand me as a person, that can see that I'm the reason why I am the way I am is because I try to be strong, I try to inspire others, I try to not to moan so much on my channel because I think that positivity and good energy is the most important thing, and that's what I want to inspire in others. I don't want to just pretend that I'm strong, even though sometimes I'm not that brave, but I try to, you know, push through, and I'm very happy when you guys realize that that's the objective, so thank you. Let's keep going. I am gonna actually use my finger for the light pink shade here and just apply it to the bottom part of the lid like this. I quite love this kind of shade because it really opens an eye and it makes me look quite awake, especially in the inner corners. Love this palette also. Beautiful, right? Okay. Excited to see your Fashion Month looks and reels. I'm excited that you're excited, so thank you so much. As you guys know, Fashion Month is just around the corner. For my brows, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Arch, and this one's dark brunette. I just like to brush my brows upwards. I have had brow lamination done, so that kind of gives me a bit of, you know, definition in terms of, I don't know, I can just play with what they do. I like to like fill them in a way that they look like they're straight. It gives me like this eye lift look. And yeah, ever since I started doing it, a lot of people started kind of thinking that I actually have had an eye lift, but look at the difference between before and after. It really opens the face. For under my eye, I'm gonna be using this Stylo Ombre Contour from Chanel. It's like a very beautiful brownish pencil, and I really like it because it defines eye, but it doesn't really add anything kind of too heavy to it. Fashion Month looks and reels. I'm so happy that you guys are excited because that's obviously what means so much to me when you guys appreciate the content I create, and you know what it is like. It does take a lot of energy and work, but I really love my job, and I don't know, but for me personally, it's such a pleasure when you guys say that you like what I create. I mean, honestly, the response to my reels, I've never in my life expected something like this. Like, reels have completely changed how I do everything. The reaction I get, the response, your comments, I don't know. I never thought you guys are gonna love my reels as much as you do. In case you don't follow my Instagram, go and check it out. I am gonna try and, you know, always give you more so that you guys can enjoy them. Okay, so next question is, does a part of you hope the thieves see you moving onward and upward? Honestly, no, I don't really care about the thieves. I find that they've already done enough, so I don't really think about them. Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk for my lips, which I cannot see what I'm doing now. So yeah, I don't mind. What I know is that they have showed me how I would like react and act in a situation that I never thought that, I don't know, you never understand and know how you would act in a situation like this. They've shown me that I'm much stronger than I thought. So, you know what? Yes, they have taken a lot away, as we all know. This is Laura Mercier Praline Cream. Sounds delicious. But to be honest, I don't really think about them as kind of that I need their approval in any way, shape or form. I don't know who they are. So I love this lipstick. Maybe I've applied a little bit too much, but I like to do this to get that a bit more effortless vibe. Let's see, why are you not attending New York Fashion Week? Oh my god, guys, I received this question so many times. Why am I not attending New York Fashion Week? Christian Louboutin, I've used this billion times. This one is in Lionissima. It's like a golden eyeshadow. It's very, very metallic. It's so stunning. I like to use it in the insides of my eyes, like inside corners. Not insides of my eyes, lol. In the inside corners of my eyes. So yeah, love this so much. And I always apply it with my fingers. That's just kind of like the best way for me. So New York Fashion Week, I have not attended because it's impossible. I thought I was going to be able to get there and that regulations will change and the rules, but at the moment, if you have spent any time in the last like 2 weeks, 14 days inside of the Schengen zone or European Union or UK, you cannot actually attend New York Fashion Week. For me, it was not possible because my best friend Enrico was having his 30th birthday. I already missed Venice Film Festival because of him and New York Fashion Week because of him, so I really hope he's gonna appreciate it. But yeah, that is what it is, you know, what can you do? I couldn't go there, I couldn't make it to the US because I was in European Union, so it's impossible to enter. But also this question, like, why are you not attending New York Fashion Week? I don't understand why are people so fast. This is like the first time in 10 years that I don't actually go to New York Fashion Week, and I got so many questions like, why are you not there? But in a way that it's almost saying like, oh, something is really bad if you're not there, you know? This is the Hourglass Arch Brow Shaping Gel. Love Hourglass products. Next question, how did you change your hair texture? Have you tried keratin treatment? I have in the past, but the truth is I have not changed my hair texture. The hair is still pretty much the same. What I've changed are the products I use. And I use Dyson. What I have shown you, Supersonic, is what I use, as well as Coral. I use my Coral in all possible situations because it's honestly the best thing in the world. I don't think there is a better electronic device than Dyson Coral, and I'm gonna show you how I use it because I need to like get all pretty for tomorrow since I have a job in Milan. I'm using a NARS mascara. I really thought that, you know, hair is what it is, like what you were given and stuff like that, you know, curly, straight, whatever, and you can't do much about it. But then when you start discovering the real, like, right products and the right devices, then you understand that the most important thing really is what you use, how you use those products. What I love about Dyson Coral are the flexible plates. So I've spoken about this so many times. I've even done a dedicated video for Dyson Coral. I've been working with them for a long time. I am one of their ambassadors, and even before, I used to buy Dyson products all the time, including the Supersonic, including, you know, their devices, because I think the science behind Dyson products is just insane, and at the beginning of this video we've spoken about how important science is to me, and I think Dyson really does have the best science. I mean, Mr. Dyson's invested billions into creating these devices, and you've seen this on my channels like so many times. I cannot live without my Coral and without my Supersonic. Now when it comes to Dyson Coral, this is a cordless styler, which means that first of all you can charge it and use it on the go. What more can you wish for, right? So you can bring it with you on the road, like you can, you know, touch up quickly during the fashion week, which is what I plan on doing. And the best part of all is, like I said, the fact that it kind of looks after your hair while styling it. So it has these flexible plates which basically bend around, curve around your hair, so that you don't get the plates burning. Now it's not on, but you don't get the plates like burning your hair like in one place and not doing anything in other place. But what you get is like a nice distribution of heat throughout each strand, so that you don't have to keep going because like one part is like perfectly straightened and the other one is like terrible, but you have like a really good distribution of heat. This comes with different heat settings, so you also don't have to go all the way up. So let's see where we got to while I start working on my hair. I believe my Dyson Coral is actually charged. The best thing about it is, just like I have two Supersonics, I also have two Corals, and I have them actually in two different colors. So we have the black and pink, and we have this matte different colorway. So we have a purple and black matte. The reason why I have two is because actually I realized that I need to leave one in England and I need to have one with me in Italy, because this is very, very, very important. I've shown you this before in my video, so I'm not gonna repeat myself too much, but I mean, how beautiful is this when you have it on your table? For me, this is like stunning and it's essential. And you know what? Because I've already done a tutorial with the black and pink, I think I'm gonna do my hair using the purple Coral. By the way, what do you guys think about the makeup? Let me know in the comments below. This is just my like everyday makeup. In the end, when I do my hair, I would normally set the foundation so that it stays in perfect place, but now I'm gonna show you this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the temperature to sort of like the middle setting, because it's just enough for my type of hair, which is 185 degrees. Now once this is ready to be used, it's gonna make a sound. Wait for it, and it's very quick, like literally takes seconds for it to get quickly heat it up. Ta-da! That was the sound. So now it's ready, and where I really need to use it is specifically around my face, because that's where my hair annoys me so much when it curls up. So what you need to do is just one go and it's done. There's nothing else I need to do there. How you have to do this and how you should do this is by sectioning your hair into sections. So section your hair into what? Sections. And I put a brush, like make a brush to hold this part, because then very tight and like this. Then I divide it in two more sections, and this way I know that I will have like sort of perfect distribution. Now, like I told you, a car's picking me up at 5 AM. I really have to be on time. I have to make sure that everything's perfect, and tomorrow I'm attending an event. So I was thinking, you know what, I haven't worn my hair dead straight in a while, so that's what I am going to do tomorrow. And since after I wash my hair, it doesn't always maintain the, what you call it, like the straightness, because of the humidity, because my hair is curly naturally, as you can see inside here. I just need to come closer to the root. And the best part about this is that tomorrow I have this wireless, and even on the way from the airport I can actually touch up my hair. You see how I do it? I don't need to like bore you while doing my whole hair, but I am happily gonna do so because I want to respond some other questions so that you guys can get all the necessary answers that you want to know about the things that you want to know. This section already done and perfect. Okay, what do you think about the Fendi Peekaboo? Do you have or any, or will you get one? I do have a Fendi Peekaboo Light. Unfortunately, I had some of my Fendi bags stolen, which, you know, but I think I have so many new Fendi bags that I love. I've actually worn the Fendi Light many times. I will insert some pictures, specifically in like 2018-ish, I believe. I wore it like whole winter. It's amazing because that bag just fits so much. Okay, this is done. How quick was that? I mean, it's so quick to do my hair now. So yeah, I would like to get actually Fendi first. Could you tell me the size of your Kate sweaters? Thank you. The size is always small, pretty much always, like not the extra small, but the right next after, so that you know, like in case there's a question about these things. I always get like usually like second. Usually small is in general my size, I would say. Do you regret the new Chanel bags you got? Doesn't seem like you're wearing them yet. I'm not wearing them, but that's a bit of like for many different reasons. One of the reasons was I was traveling a lot, I'm moving, I'm trying to kind of settle, understand like so many different things, and I also don't want to keep and have all of my bags in the same place. So yeah, sectioned here a little bit more, and as you can see, it's like one go, and from a bit of like a wavy frizzy hair you get a perfect straight shot. So yeah, definitely don't regret them. I love them and I cannot wait to wear them. So have I now responded? Did it hurt to get your new piercing? Not at all. Like the pain was, I don't know, maybe 3 out of 10 max. That's how easy it was. Your advice for a perfect everyday bag, bigger one, but not Hermes. Ooh, the Row has done an amazing, it's still really expensive, but I love it and it's a perfect everyday bag. I would say I'm actually planning on getting it myself. I will link it below so you guys can check it out. Can you please do a close-up of your piercings? Oh my god, you guys really love those piercings, huh? I actually love them too. I think for me, I've never been a tattoo girl, but I love, like, I think it's so cool. I love the sort of like Zoe Kravitz vibe when it comes to this stuff. I don't know. For me, I think I have a lot of friends who are actually scared to get them but really want to get them. And it's very personal also, you know, how you feel. I need to reach this inside strand because there I tend to get curly close to the ear basically. There we go, done. Look at this. Is this perfect or what? I mean, to just show you the difference, look at this. And it's like 1 minute, right? Because I'm talking to you as well, so you can properly see the time. Do you feel that influencers have a responsibility to share global issues, etc.? Now, okay, so I think influencers should not be imposed. I've spoken about this also on my stories. I think that influencers should not be imposed this as a responsibility that they have to talk about it, because that creates a lot of confusion and a lot of drama. Specifically because a lot of uneducated people then end up talking about topics that they know nothing about and that they're not passionate about. I think influencers should talk about the topics that they are passionate about. So even if it's just beauty and fashion, that's okay. Whether it's animals, whether it's ecology, sustainability, it doesn't matter what it is, but people should only talk about topics they're passionate about. What you will see me often talk about is women's rights. I like to talk about causes such as women's independency, women's kind of like, I don't know, I think what's really important to me is to talk about abusive relationships, bad like relationships, even in friendship or in partnerships. Like, it's very, very important to me. What you will often hear me talk about is equality, specifically when it comes to like LGBTQ plus rights. This is also very important to me. I think equality is very important. Diversity, very important. There are topics that I'm very passionate about and there are topics I'm not passionate about. So some topics I just don't really talk about because I feel that since I'm not educated on them or I'm not passionate about them, I think it would be very fake if I would start communicating about those. That's my little TED talk about those. Now it's starting to get more difficult to do this. I mean the section, because the section left is the last one and it's very small. Oh my god, how much I love this device. It like came from heaven basically. And you know that many of you ask me, how did you grow your hair so long? Well, because I don't need to use as much heat on it as I did before, because if I want my hair straight or curly when I'm using devices, all it takes is this one go and I don't have to keep doing like, you know. Okay, this is a fun question. What charmed you to go on the first date with your boyfriend, or perhaps the first date? I thought he was very funny, first of all. That was the first thing. And then I don't know what really charmed me, but I was very intrigued by him. He was just really friendly, really sweet, super stylish, and I thought like, oh my god, this guy is so cool. On the first date, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna like him because I'm very difficult when it comes to kind of like those first feelings. So I would like a guy, for example, but then the moment we start talking, I'm like, ugh. I already knew I liked this guy because we already had like seen each other before, but at the first date, you know, I wasn't sure how it's gonna go. I was very scared he was gonna be bragging because I knew that he knew some like famous people, he was like, you know, doing some really cool things at his work and was successful. So I was worried that he's gonna come and start bragging, and for me bragging is the one thing that really puts me off. And my ex-boyfriend used to brag a lot. The more we were in a relationship, the more he would brag, and it was one of the things that I used to tell me annoyed me the most. Like, he was very showy off, braggy. Okay, this is done. Just gonna do like one fast run through, that's it. And here I think I dropped one. No, all good. And here one last bit. Okay, I arrived and he was very humble, very sweet, very nice, and I immediately told him on the first date that I liked him, and he was very surprised that I was so honest and so straightforward, because I suppose that it's kind of rare in today's world that people are honest about their feelings and about everything. I just was very straightforward. I was like, listen, I like you, just to show you that we still have battery in my Corel. Love it. Switching it off, and the best part is I can just lock it like this and put it on its stand and leave it here. He actually, it's very rare, I suppose, that people are honest about the feelings and they don't play games. They're not doing the whole like, oh, he needs to call first, etc. I just wanted to be very much myself and do all the things naturally, you know, as they happen. Okay, let's do one more question before we finish this video, because it's actually been really difficult to film. I tried to be creative with like 2 different cameras, and I tried to kind of be good with showing you all of this, but it just got very warm because I had to close the window so there are no noises and stuff like that. Let's do one more. Ooh. So, will you live in London or Milan? Are you breaking up with your boyfriend? Actually, I've seen this question kind of creep up. People asking me like, why am I looking for an apartment in London if my boyfriend will be living in Milan? Does that mean we will not be living together anymore? Like, all of this kind of stuff. My boyfriend and I, we moved in since basically very beginning of our relationship, and we get on the best when we're together. Like, for us, living together is the only thing that makes sense, because we just get on so well and we support each other, we bounce off each other. In a couple, when we're together, we do so much more than we do when we're separate. However, the separate time is also very important for us, for our individual careers, because he also travels a lot for work. I have to travel a lot for work, and I just wish we could put each other in a pocket, but it's impossible. So this is the deal. We will still live together. Our main base will be in Milan, where we will live together, but I decided to search for a little flat in London because I own a company in England, and because for me, you know, living in England is what makes the most sense. Equally, I think it's really important for me to spend some time doing business stuff in the United Kingdom. I could obviously do a lot of things from Milan, and I will do a lot of things from Milan, but we will both be also spending time in London because my boyfriend also works a little bit in London. This is the plan. Our main base will be Milan. We're not breaking up. We get on better than ever, and we will just have also a second base in London, which is actually kind of not that different from what it's been until now, because I was often coming back to Brighton, and you know, it's fine. We also, towards the end of of my Paris stay, he already was spending a lot of time in Milan for his work. Paris was still the home for us, where the home we shared, but he had a lot of trips to Milan to do because he was doing a big project there. So it's very confusing. But for me, like for example, pre-pandemic time, I always used to say living with a boyfriend would always be a long distance relationship because I travel so much and I don't aspire working with my boyfriends. So we can travel together when there are holidays and when there are like trips that we can do together, but I don't want to spend like 24/7 non-stop with my boyfriend, because also even though we get on so well, we lift each other and so on, I also need my individuality. I need to spend time with my girlfriends, with my guy friends, with my gay friends, and I do that also with my boyfriend, but I also need to do that as an individual, and he does too. And then like I haven't seen him now for 5 days. I miss him so much and I cannot wait tomorrow to land in Milan and go straight to give him a hug. So yeah, that's basically it. Hope you liked this little how I got from wet hair to dry hair, styling plus makeup plus I'm now ready to go out, and I also answered some of your questions. Let me know if you have any other questions below and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!